if you do what I tell you today, then the whole thing will feel a little bit like cheating, because you'll play better than you ever have before. And I can promise you that, because today is about effortless power. Today is about power that's generated without you needing any strength at all. Yes, that's exactly what today is about. And the first thing that's very, very important to hit the ball right in the center of the club face is a steady head. Because the steadier the head, the better the centering will be. And for your head to really stay steady, you need the right amount of tilting, of turning, and of, well, let's call it standing up. If you were to only turn, for example, then it would look like this. So please film yourself and check right away. If your head really stays completely steady, because if your head goes to the right, for example, in that direction, then you need more extension. What is extension? Extension is this movement, and it must be part of every swing, please. That is extension. That is what we call tilt or tilting. And that is yes, exactly, the rotational turn. And if you do not keep your head perfectly steady, if your head moves upward vertically during the backswing, for example, then you should subsequently think about, well, incorporating much more tilt. Because then your head will come back down. And the most important thing to remember is that your head stays completely steady throughout the swing. So here we go on a relatively short par 4 hole. It is exactly 313 meters long, and it's quite a bit uphill. Off we go now. Let's go. Yes, the beautiful high draw landing right towards the middle of the fairway. So just a brief and concise summary. It is absolutely vital and critical that your head remains perfectly still and steady. During the backswing, during the teep away, if your head goes up, which is frequently observed to be the case with many of my students, then you definitely require a greater degree of lateral tilting. Then you need more tilt. And with that, you bring your head into an ideal position. It just takes the right amount of turn, rotation, tilt, tilting, and extension, standing up. And that is just very, very important. So shot number 2. I only have a small pitch left with the sand wedge because my tee shot was really excellent. What can I get out of that drive now? Yeah. I'd say you could get more out of that, but at least I have a birdie putt. That's simply too short. The pitch just wasn't quite good enough. And with that, I can, or must live with the first part of the day, for better or worse. And once you are finally able to hit balls with a completely calm and focused state of mind, then it is the perfect time for transitioning into the next phase of dynamic and high-velocity explosive power. This is the kind of explosive power that only the coordinated strength of your arms and upper body can produce. And specifically, I'm talking about the left arm. This is primarily because through the specifically defined movements of adduction and abduction of the left arm, you can effectively produce a significant amount of actual thermal heat. Why is that? Because in a good golf swing, the hands move 6 times significantly more rapidly than your body. And that is, in the ideal case, exceptionally, incredibly, and remarkably fast. So you should not think at all, as I certainly used to do myself, about your left arm remaining closely and firmly tucked in, because you lose an extraordinary and significant amount of power that way. Instead, try to think about forcefully flinging and driving the left arm as explosively as possible forward toward the target. And feel free to dare to bring the left arm a considerable distance further away from the body in order to maximize your momentum. That is exactly what we call the abduction. the abduction of the left arm. And that is what ultimately generates an incredible amount of additional speed and power in your golf swing. And one of your biggest goals, a crucial point in your swing, should be that this abducted left arm is and must remain consistently as straight as you can possibly manage throughout the entirety of the movement. Meaning, I'd like your left arm to be straight on the backswing and stay straight as much as possible. On the follow-through, because this perfectly straight left arm will significantly assist you with your full body rotation. Now, why exactly is that the case? Because if you didn't rotate your body properly, your left arm simply couldn't straighten. Because you'd be standing in your own way. That means you should really think about consciously accelerating toward the target with the left arm, specifically focusing on keeping that straight left arm fully extended. Push it away. Make some extra space here in this specific area, because that generates a whole lot of incredible speed. And that momentum and speed is truly incomparable, absolutely unique and powerful. You just can't get that with a body rotation alone because, and I've said this before, ideally speaking, your arm should move approximately 6 times as fast as your body. And that represents a truly significant and huge difference. So for this par 4, which is approximately 268 meters, that's a fairly easy and relaxed opening drive for me. But I'm carefully thinking about the mechanics of the abduction of the left arm right now. Adduction, abduction. That's exactly what's needed to generate massive speed. Uncomplicated power. So on one hand, it is the perfectly stable and steady head position, and on the other hand, the incredibly powerful and explosive movement of the left arm. These two specific points will help you bring an immense and significant amount of additional power and speed into your golf swing. Yeah, and both of these things are actually relatively simple for any golfer to implement. My second shot here is now just a little pitch with the lob wedge. Specifically, I carefully want to play it in quite high and landing extremely softly. Yeah, except for the fact that it's 1 meter too far left, it wasn't a bad shot, I'd say. To bring this video to a conclusion, I'd like to express my sincere and warm gratitude to you for watching, as always. And if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel yet, I would like to invite you to please do that right now. Click the subscribe button, because that's the only way you'll know exactly when a brand new video is officially released and goes online. Only that way, and if you click on the bell. That's also a very important point, the notification bell. Because then you'll be notified when a new video is online. And until then, I wish you a lot of fun practicing. Think about a steady head, the right amount of turn, tilt, and extension. And always remember to let the left arm function and work really powerfully and explosively to use it effectively. Yeah, that's it. A long story short, I wish you a very pleasant evening. Have a good game.